Hey, it's Doug from the Rise Above Gym channel. A very quick and simple band series of exercises that you can do daily to help increase your strength and mobility in your shoulders. Let's check it out. Now, shoulders are meant to move in infinite directions. Obviously, if we have an injury to the labrum or rotator cuff, that's going to inhibit movement, or if we've had surgery and we're coming back from it. But a healthy shoulder should move in infinite directions, and most times it doesn't because we're kind of a creature of our habits. What we do all day long, makes us stronger in one direction and weaker in others. That's why I like to do this shoulder series daily before my workouts. And I'm just going to show you a very simple series of what you can do, and all you need is one band, which is great. So the first one I like to do is front pull apart. So Joe DeFranco is a big proponent of these, and as well as I am. So we're going to grip wrist straight, shoulders down in the back pockets, and I'm just going to squeeze my shoulder blades and then control back. I'm not lifting and leveraging. I'm just simply squeezing, controlling back, relaxing for a second, squeezing, and then controlling back, maintaining my wrist position. What I don't want to do is pull with my arms so much. I want to squeeze my shoulder blades together. So a couple more. These I tend to do in the beginning to get going, and then I'll sprinkle them in throughout this series, but for the sake of this video, I'll just do it once for about 10 here. But I like to get about 100 in, broken up. Of course, I'll do about sets of 25 because I just think it's a great way to strengthen the shoulders and get the back muscles going. The next one I kind of learned from Eric Cressy is called No Money, because it looks like you do this. It's basically external rotation, keeping the elbows close to the body. I'm going to get a little bit of grip here, elbows in, shoulders down, and I'm just going to pull apart, maintaining that elbow in. I'm not pulling like this. I'm rotating my shoulders. So I'm going out like that on each one. I feel a little bit of resistance. I hold for a second and then I come back. And again, I'm not leveraging with my body. I'm isolating just in my shoulders. So that one should get a nice burn deep into the rotator cuff. The next one we're going to do is a front raise or flexion. I'm going to grab shoulders down, and then the big thing with this is I want to keep my rib cage down. It's very easy to lift like this, so I'm going overhead while I'm pulling my rib cage down. So for me, I feel resistance right here. I'd stop, back off until I feel no resistance anymore, and I try to repeat a few times. I'm just knocking on the door of resistance and pushing just a little bit without lifting to fake flexibility. The nice thing about the band is I can get a little bit wider, maybe get a little more range of motion, or to go a little bit narrower and challenge myself a little bit. So I feel my left arm is a little bit stickier, so I'm going to stop where my left arm stops without manipulating my body to get more range of motion. Then we're going to do the same thing behind the back, a little extension. This one's going to have two different grips, so I'm going to go behind my back, palm up. Again, shoulders are down. I'm going to tighten my glutes, and I'm going to extend back here. This one I kind of rotate my arms in a little bit too as I'm going, because that to me keeps my shoulders down instead of lifting like this to fake it. So as I pull back, I kind of pull my elbows towards each other. And then again, I'm just trying to go where I feel resistance, and if I can get a little higher, I will. And then I'm going to switch my grip to the palm forward facing and do the same thing. One direction might be a little bit easier than the other one. All right, so we have flexion, extension, rotation. We're going to do a little bit of direct overhead single side. So we're going to do a military press. This is going to be pretty easy with this band, but I'm going to tuck in and I'm just going to press overhead and kind of pull it back in. And I want to be very smooth, and I don't want to press with my shoulder. I'm pressing from my lat, squeezing straight up and then controlling back in. So again, I can do both sides there. So I'll do a couple on this side, and then this side I know is not as smooth or the same in the motion, but I'm trying my best to get it to be smooth and similar to that side. I like to throw the next one in. It's a little bit challenging. It's called a bent press. So what I'm going to do is keep it in the same position as the military press. I'm going to turn my feet away. I'm actually going to stick my hip into the band a little bit for stability. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my elbow on the side and then press straight up. So this is a little bit more external rotation and a little more lat. So I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna brace myself, and I'm gonna press up and then pull it into the side of my body. You may get a cramp on the side, but if you can do this, it's gonna help out your shoulder mobility and strength in that different range of motion. And it really fires up those lats as well. So again, I'm gonna turn my hip, I'm gonna stick my hip in there, I'm gonna brace a little bit, press up, pull in, squeeze my lat, pull in, squeeze, and in. So lastly, we're gonna get a little bit of internal and external rotation. So this is the one where we put our hands behind our back. Now I'm gonna bring the band over and I'm gonna reach for the bottom and reach for the top as much as I comfortably can, get them close together. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call it the floss. I'm gonna pull down, so I stretch my top, and then pull up, so I stretch the bottom. So I'm just flossing that motion. Every once in a while, I'll re-grip to see if I can get a little bit higher, and then I'll re-floss. This is definitely one of my weaker ones, especially with the hand underneath you. If you had shoulder surgery, this motion behind your back is very difficult to get again. So if your doctor allows you to go into that position, this is a good one because you're supported. So again, I'll go on the other side. I'm gonna grab underneath. Lastly, I'm not gonna like lift my chest too much. I'm gonna try to keep it down the best I can, so that way I'm isolating my shoulders when I'm doing this motion. I'll re-grip. You'll also feel this in your triceps, so I feel like my left tricep is inhibiting me a little bit on this side, so I'm gonna try to pull this out a little bit and open it up and just get a little bit more. If you go slow and smoothly, you'll be able to explore these motions and be like, oh wow, this is not moving the same, I gotta make little corrections and hopefully get you more mobility down the road. So again, that's my band flow that I do with almost every workout that I do. So you can do this daily. It should only take 5 minutes max, and it'll help your shoulders get strong, mobile, and stay healthy. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like it down below. Also subscribe, as I put a new video out every week. And if you have any topics you want me to cover, put it down in the comments below. I like helping people like you out with basic exercise, kettlebells, strength, mobility. Let me know and I'll do my best to help you out and make a video on it. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.